Hello everyone, this is Challenged here, and I'm going to be showing you how to make my combination locks. So, as you saw in my other video, pretty cool design, quite fast, and it looks like this. So I'm going to show you how to be doing all of this. So let me just go over here to a nice area, if I could jump or something. Alright, so let's get our input in. Going to need a 3x4, 4 up, 3 wide, and you know what, let me go install Optifine one sec. Alright guys, so you get your input, as I said, 4 high, 3 sideways, so you're going to put in your buttons. These are going to be your input. Obviously it's a number pad just like on your phone, on your numpad. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and reset button. So let me get some items and I'll be right back to show you how to connect it all up. Alright, so we're going to place all of this on here, just some red alloy wire. This is going to conduct it all. And then on the top parts of each of these blocks, you're going to place some covers like so, and then you're going to get yourself some cover strips to separate these wires. So this is isolating each button to their own wire, which we're then going to color code, and you don't need a wire there actually because you don't have a button there. So now you get your you're also going to need to place them down here, and instead of these cover strips you can do covers, but I find the cover strips to 1, look a lot nicer, and 2, make it a lot easier if you make a mistake. So you place your wires in here, and now they're each separate. So when you press 1, it'll only affect 1. So now we're going to wire all of this. I like to do it from top to bottom, having 1 be white, 2 be orange, etc., all in that order, so it's nice and easy to remember. So 1, 2, 3, and then we've got our 4, 5, and 6 right here. Oh, crap. 4, 5, 6. And then we have our 0 and reset. So 7, 8, 9. I believe it's pink gray. So 7, 8, and 9, 0, and the reset button. Now to get this all into a bundled cabling, we need the bundled cable and jacketed cable. You don't need jacketed cable, but it makes it a heck of a lot easier. So now you need to put your bundled cable here, and then do that for all of them. So it is kind of bulky right here, needing at least this much and then one more out to have the cable connect. So it's a little bulky, but you know, nothing you can't hide too easily. So you can hide it a little, and you can have most of the wiring underground. Alright, so once you get all of this done, it's just a matter of connecting it all up like this. Probably should have done it here instead. So now this wire here will connect them all together. So that's how you do the input, and I'll be right back to show you how to do the latch array. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the latches. So you're going to go like this, straight out of there, and you're going to place your first number, then a block away your second number, third number, fourth number. Alright, and then connected to each of one of these you need a pulse former. This is going to make it simply put out a pulse, and then a repeater. No delay, just the default delay. Vanilla repeaters should work just fine for this purpose. So the point of this is to make it so that instead of the normal button clicking time, it shortens it to 1 tick. I mean, well, how long a repeater goes, so, so it pulses it into the repeater chime. So, then we're going to place ourselves some RS latches, like so. Now we're going to need to connect them up. You're going to want your reset wire here, like this. Here, repeater, and then this one doesn't need to be that color. It can be really any color you want. I'm just using this color because it's easier. Alright, so now remember, you do not want to make this the other type of latch that won't power the side when you activate it, right? So, like, this one needs to be activated when this side goes off. That's important. Okay? So then, in 1 sec, let me go look at my original design, make sure I'm doing this right. Alright, so then you're going to want to get yourself an OR gate and place that on these parts. Okay? And then a NOT gate here. Ah, crap. This lag is killing me. That's what happens when you record a video. Alright, so like that. And then AND gate. And on this one you want to disable the middle. And then this side is where the security part comes in, so that when you press the wrong button, it resets the latch. So, and then these ones will be fine like that. So now, what we need to do is get some any type of wire. I like using red alloy wire, and get yourself the cover strips. Okay, so now what we need to do is put a cover strip on here, 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 and here, 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 like this, like this. Okay? So, now, also don't forget to hook this up. Okay, this is important. You're gonna want to hook this up here. So, hook this up to your thing, and let me just give it a nice reset using the reset button. Alright, so as you can see, all these just turned to be that way. So this side is now powered. And so at the end, this is going to be your output. Obviously when it's on, it means it's working. Okay? So, now we need to wire all this up some more. So as right now, it's not going to work too well at all. So we're going to need to place cover strips here, or if you're using a wire here in a different color here, that would be fine. So now you place your wire here, here, here. Now what this will do is so that if all three of these are, if both of these are ANDed up, so that means you pressed a button and this one is already off, then it'll pulse and it'll go, and then, so basically it unless the previous one is on, like it's already been pressed, it will not work. And then the thing over here, the security, will say if you press the wrong button, it'll reset the whole latch. So I'll show you that after I'm done showing you this. You're going to want to get yourself some covers and some jacketed wiring and some repeaters again. So now this part is a little bit tricky because it's just kind of annoying, but it's required. So just so you guys can see it a little easier, I'm going to do it like this. So basically this is going to allow it to, well, just work basically. Not like that. Like this, up, up. So this is basically a one-way signal I'm building here. So essentially, like this thing here. No, not there. Here, 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 and give yourself some repeaters to make it a one-way signal. Okay, it's important, very important. And then, of course, over here is going to be the reset, I believe. Alright, not just yet. Alright, so, if we try this now, that should be fine. So our number is 1, 2, 3, 4, so we press 1. As you can see, it changed over to this side, right? Okay, so now we're going to press 2. So you can see it changed over to this side, and now this thing is on, powering this. Okay, so what this is going to do is turn this on, which is important because then it'll work to turn this NOT gate off, and then this AND gate won't function anymore correctly because it's not on. So that way it allows it to not reset when you have the next button punched in. And then you press 3. Same thing happens. This one goes on. Computer lights up. Blah blah blah. These AND gates are now disabled. Okay. And then the last one, 4. And now as you can see, it's on. And press reset, and it turns off. Right? So now, oh wait, yeah, there's one more thing we need to do. It's a little simple. First off, you do not want that happening. So place a cover here. Oh yeah, you know what? You can't have a normal wire there. Sorry about that. So what you want to do now is also place a cover here. Important, and I forgot it. So you want to connect all this up, like so. Okay. Screw you. Actually, I don't think you need to do that. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's just there. Okay, so important. So now we're ready for the decoder thing and all. And I'm just gonna skip this next part. It's quite simple. You just place all the colors in a row here, starting right here. Okay, so just on a long line, place all your colors of your input. So 0 through 9. And I'll be right back once I have that done. Okay, so you've got your array thingy down here, okay? Now what we're going to place is some null cells and non-invert cells, okay? Actually, I probably should have put this forward more. Yeah, it needs to start like right here, basically. I'll be right back once I extend these a little. Okay, so now you're going to need yourself some non-invert cells and some null cells. Quite a few less null cells, unfortunately. And a couple of different colored wirings, quite a few of them, and some pulse formers. So just go ahead and place the pulse formers right here for your AND gates. Alright, alright. And then, now, this is the tricky part. So, for the first one, we have white as our input. Okay, that's not important. The important one is the one that happens afterward. So for instance, 1 and then 2. So since 2, which orange is our next one, that is where we put our null cell. And I like orientating it that way so that it stands out. And then on every single other one, you're going to want a non-invert cell. Okay? So what this will do is whenever you press orange, the signal will just go through. Won't matter, doesn't do anything. So then you can press the next button and be fine. And this will only matter after you press white, okay? So after you press 1, this is the only time it will matter. So after you press 1, you can press orange without it screwing up. But if you press any of these, they'll trigger the non-invert cell, which will power this line on top, and will pulse former, and then reset. Okay? So that is how that works. And now this is where you're going to want your different colored cables. Just place them in a alternating pattern, like so. And this will allow you to easily transfer the signals. As you saw in my other thing, I used null gates for that. But, you know, find this to be a bit better. So again, you're going to put the one you're going to use next, which is, in this case, 3, which is purple, or it's not magenta. Yeah, it's magenta, sorry. And then make a null gate, and then everything else non-invert gate. Okay? Alright, so we got that, and then the same thing again, alternating colors. You could use repeaters, but that would slow it down, and personally I don't like it being slowed down. I'd like this to be as fast as possible, which is what's really so cool about this design, is you can press all 4 buttons in 1 second. That's the fastest you can press them. So press them all in 1 second, and then it'll work even then. But don't go any faster than that. I've tested it out with state cells, each at 0.25, so works fine. And again, since this is the next one before, which is light blue, simply place this at the light blue place. Everything else, non-invert cells. Alright, now the next one, however, is a little bit different. All of them need to be non-invert cells, even because there's no next button to press. Unless you wanted to expand this, you can easily do so. Just keep copying this as many times as you want. 4 is perfectly fine. There's plenty of different combinations. Each next number you add, like let's say you want, so 4 there is 10 to that power. So if you have 1 button, it's 10 to the first because there's only 10 options, and 2, it's 10 times 10. So it would be 100 for 2, 1,000 for 3, 10,000 for 4. So there's 10,000 possibilities. So that means they'd have to try 10,000 different things in order to essentially, there's 10,000 possibilities. So very, very low chances they'll be able to get through your system. So 4 is fine. You can add more if you really felt you needed to. So add that. Perfect. And now let's see if it works. So we press 1. Okay. Perfect. 2. Okay. Perfect, perfect. 3. Good. 4. Good. Now, just to show you this works, if I press any button, one second, let me find out what I did wrong. Okay, yeah, I had a pretty derpy moment right there. You have to connect this line up here, okay, down to this line, to the reset. Otherwise, it's not going to reset. So now, what should happen is if I press a different button, it turns it all off. Okay, so let's say I pressed 1 and then 2. Okay, so both of these ones lit up, right? And then this one did not, because I haven't pressed 3 yet. And then if I press, like, let's say, actually I pressed that button, thinking that's the right code, did not reset, did it? Should have. I really believe it should have. 1 sec, let me find out what happened. Okay, yeah, I found out what I did wrong. So apparently on this AND gate, right, you know how you did that? You need to do that with all of them. So, yes. And yeah, that was why this was needed, because they didn't connect here. Okay, so now, it's already got 1 and 2 in. So pressing a different button like 5 resets it. Alright, so that is how you build that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's up. And then just connect this line to whatever you wanted to connect it to. This is your output when it's on. That means they unlocked it, and then just copy this design over again. Just keep copying it, whatever. So for each lock. So like if you wanted a different combination, just like build this up higher or over or whatever, and then just connect it with this wire here. It'll work perfectly fine. So like if I wanted to add a second combination of 5, 6, 7, 8, right? I would just run this line out here over and then just follow the same exact steps, and it would work fine because they won't interfere at all together because of the way they work. So that's how you build the combination lock. Again, you can press the buttons as fast as humanly possible, pretty much. Don't worry about pressing them too fast ever. Like, quite honestly, it will not happen. So I'm just going to show you that. I got my state cells here, each set at 0.25, okay? Just showing you they're all at 0.25. And I'm going to press my button. And as you can see, it opened my door. So press the buttons as fast as you want. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll probably make a tutorial on this one because I like that one a lot. And see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.